I love a good book. Bookworms and aficionados are always quick to tell you about how much they love the smell of a used bookstore, and equally quick to regale you with their opinions on whether or not to break the spines on paperbacks. Nothing we haven't all heard a million times. Books are hard to beat, but I think there might be a strong contender for my favorite way to enjoy a story. I first became aware of audiobooks as CDs or books on tape years and years ago, sold in truck stops along interstate highways. At the time, it seemed like a niche market, people trying to stay awake on road trips listening to John Grisham novels. Fast forward a decade or two, and audiobooks are easy to get digitally, and I find myself with a long enough commute to find time for a daily listen. My first foray into audiobooks might have spoiled me forever as I made a lucky choice and picked Patrick Tull's reading of Patrick O'Brian's Aubrey Maturin series. Tull's skill is unparalleled in bringing a written book into audio form is different than just character voicing actor or narration. I had taken a first step into a media that was new to me, and Tull had really provided solid footing to take another step, and here I am, an avid listener. Now, several years on in my listening habit, and I've come to face the obvious truth that a skillful narrator can enrich any novel or story. William Hurt reading The Sun Also Rises gives the protagonist Jake Barnes a voice that has more pathos than I read it on the page. And the story is better for it. Jeremy Irons reading Lolita is perhaps one of the best acting performances I've ever come across. To be honest, Tim Curry or Nick Offerman reading a book to me through my headphones, they often do a better job than the voice inside my head would if I read the story off the page. Books are our history, but storytelling predates those books, predates our history. The spoken word has captivated our ancestors around campfires for countless millennia, and in the 21st century, it's easy to forget the intoxicating allure of just listening to a masterful storyteller. Ink on paper has its advantages, but don't discount audiobooks as a second rate substitute for sitting down with a real book. When done well, audiobooks can be storytelling at its apogee. So, to all the purists who insinuate that an audiobook isn't a quote unquote real book, well, it might not smell like a dusty old book story, but the stories are just as good.